Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you guys. Let's quick. So guys, before starting, would like to tell you that we have launched a revision batch. This is a rapid phase 1 revision batch. So if you are looking for any courses, you can do check out this one as well. Let's quickly start with today's discussion. A very good evening to all of you. So the first news for today is RBI establishes a regulatory review cell and advisory group on the regulations, right? So what is the purpose of this RRC? What is RRC? Regulatory Review Cell. Okay, Regulatory Review Cell is the cell which is recently being established by Reserve Bank of India. Why? Because it will be comprehensive and systematic internal review. They will be doing the comprehensive and systematic internal review every 5 to 7 years. Okay. So why? Because there are so many frameworks, there are so many RBI circulars and news coming from the RBI website, from the Reserve Bank of India. We need a particular cell who is frequently reviewing the regulations to check whether they are outdated or not. Right? Very good evening, everyone. So the whole objective is to strengthen the institutional framework to ensure relevance and remove the redundancies here. Again, it will be functioning under the Department of Regulation of Reserve Bank of India, and from 1st of October 2025, it will be coming into effect. Right? It will be implemented in the phased manner as of now. And there is an advisory group on regulations, AGR, as well in this. An external advisory group will be there of experts which will be giving the feedback into the RRC's review process, like how the RRC's review process is working. So this AGR will be having 6 members in it and will be headed by the MD of SBI, Mr. Rana Ashok Kumar Singh, as of now. Right? The initial tenure of the AGR will be 3 years, and for 2 more years it can be renewed. For 2 more years it can be renewed. Again, we have earlier also we have discussed that impact analysis is quite important. Whatever RBI is proposing or whatever circulars they are releasing, they first launch a draft circular on the website for the impact analysis, for the stakeholder engagement, and then at least 21 days for public comments or stakeholder comments must be allowed regarding the same news or circular or anything, any framework or anything, right? So that's why RBI is releasing draft circulars first, and after 21 days they are finalized. India's forex reserve rise around $703 billion. So that's the latest number of September 2025, 12th of September 2025. It's around 703 billion US dollar as of now. Right? The major components are foreign currency assets only, which rose by 2.5 billion USD, and gold reserves also increased by 2.1%. Important. Japan Rating and Investment Information has increased India's sovereign rating to BBB plus. Okay. So earlier it used to be BBB, now they have upgraded to BBB plus, and they have maintained a stable outlook. Plus, this is the 3rd sovereign credit rating upgrade that India got in the fiscal year 2025-6, right? Again, why they have upgraded the ratings? Because of the robust economic growth, because of the financial discipline. India is still able to make a growth rate of at least 6% range PhonePe has received RBI not to operate as online payment aggregator. PhonePe को आपके ऑनलाइन पेमेंट एग्रीगेटर का अप्रूवल मिल चुका है, ठीक है, ऑन 19th of September itself. अच्छा, दिस वन कैन बी इंपॉर्टेंट. Bima Sugam, one-stop digital insurance marketplace. What is Bima Sugam basically? It's a unified digital insurance marketplace. It's a unified digital insurance marketplace which is being created by the regulator, the insurance regulator of India, via the Bima Sugam India Federation. So please do remember this. The aim is to bring all the stakeholders, whether they are policy holders, they are the insurers or intermediaries like agents, brokers and aggregators, together on a single platform here. Okay, very, very important. So it will be covering each and everything like life insurance, health insurance and general insurance. It will be a one-stop portal, will bring transparency and digital public infrastructure. It will be a digital DPI only for the insurance sector, right? It will be a DPI only for the insurance sector. So again, there is a phased out manner in which they are upgrading each and everything, right? It was officially launched on 17th of September 2025, right? And it is expected around December 2025 regarding the first transactional phase here. Again, it will help with the insurance penetration in India. It will reduce the distribution cost, right? Because we do have a unified portal now as compared to the distributed model which we used to have. And we do have definitely fintech companies like Policy Bazaar who are doing the same thing. However, they are also not providing the end-to-end services like claim and settlement process. So this will be the first one-stop solution for your end-to-end insurance related work. Razorpay integrates Apple Pay to boost the international transaction for the Indian merchants. So now Razorpay is the first Indian online payment aggregator to do so, right? It has integrated the Apple Pay for cross-border and for international payment as well for the Indian merchants here. So it becomes the India's first online payment aggregator to do so. So definitely it allows Indian merchants to offer Apple Pay as a payment option now to overseas and to the global customers, right? Again, it can be important for your examination. Can be there in phase 1 examination. SEBI's Swagat-FI reform, very, very important for your upcoming examination. What is Swagat-FI? We have already covered it. Single window automatic and generalized access for the trusted foreign investors, right? So this is nothing but a portal for the foreign investors here. Registration for the eligible foreign investors will be there, will be valid for 10 years instead of the shorter period earlier. So earlier they used to get a shorter duration, but now they will be valid for, it will be valid for 10 years, right? It will be valid for 10 years. Again, it will be a single gateway for these foreign investors who can easily use this particular platform. Again, they are doing the faster onboarding as well. Previously close to 30 to 180 days was the timeline. Now it has been reduced to 7 to 10 days due to digital workflows, right? So high chance that this particular platform related news can come in your examination as well. It's a SEBI related thing, plus it's related to your reforms in the financial market also. So please do it very well. Please do it very well. Okay. We have covered it in a detailed manner as well, if you guys remember, in a separate video, plus in the finance current affairs session as well. And again it's in the limelight from a couple of weeks, I can say. NPCI raises the UPI P2M transaction limit, high probability question, high chance that this can come in the examination. Again, we have covered this one as well, and I think in the news it's there almost 3 to 5 times, right, regarding the upgrades. So please do remember these limits as well, new transaction, new per transaction limit as well as the aggregate limits as well. Okay, very, very important for your examination. One question we can expect from this area as well, because UPI is again RBI's favorite topic for the examination purpose, right? And this is the P2M limit. P2P limit is still the same, only up to 1 lakh per day. So yeah, and collect request is also going to be discontinued. We have covered this as well earlier. Collect request अब से बंद करी जा रही है, कब से? 1st of October 2025 से. सो आई कैन से 1 अक्टूबर 2025 से काफ़ी सारे चेंजेस आने वाले हैं आपके, राइट। काफ़ी सारे सर्कुलर भी इफेक्टिव हो रहे हैं 1 अक्टूबर से, एंड स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस बहुत सारे 1 अक्टूबर से आपके स्ट्रीमलाइंड है। नेक्स्ट इज प्रपोज्ड मेजर चेंजेस टू दी NPS by PFRDA. So PFRDA is again proposing the major changes in the national pension scheme. So from 1st of October, they are announcing this particular major change. They will be allocating now non-government subscriber. If you are a non-government sector subscriber, you will be allowed to allocate up to 100% of your NPS contribution into equity schemes as well under a single scheme. So that earlier was not allowed. Now it is proposed. Again, under the multiple scheme framework, you can hold multiple schemes under different central record keeping agencies as well, CRAs as well. Plus there will be now 2 risk variants, moderate and high risk. Moderate and high risk, right? Pension fund managers may also introduce a low risk variant as well as of now. So these are just the proposals. They are also working on the exit, withdrawal and the vesting rule changes. So early exit after 15 years, rather waiting till the retirement age of 60 years. So they are again giving an exit option as well. After 15 years of subscription, you will be having an exit option as well, rather than waiting for the 60 years. Higher lump sum withdrawal sum will also be there. They are proposing close to 80% as the lump sum withdrawal, and rest of the 20% will be again a part of your annuity, right? Good evening Anurag. They are also proposing partial withdrawal. So I can say they are making so many structural changes in the NPS as of now. There will be change in the age limit criteria as well, the entry age. Currently the entry age and the exit limits may be increased, right? So maximum entry age, possibly they can make it up to 75 years, and exit age they can make up to 85 years, right? So there are changes basically in this particular. There are changes in the total annual charges as well. They are proposing to make changes in the annual charges as well, up to 0.3% of the asset under management AUM, right? Again, you need to remember this news. DBS Bank India authorized as the agency bank for the GST payment, right? So government, RBI, they are authorizing a particular bank for the GST payment. So DBS becomes the first wholly owned foreign bank subsidiary in India to receive this kind of approval as of now, right? This is the only wholly owned entity by a foreign bank subsidiary. This is a foreign bank subsidiary. So they will be there. It will be routed through this particular bank only. IGF India Global Forum and QETCI, Quantum Ecosystem Technology Council of India, to map India-UK quantum value chain. So again they are working, they have signed a MOU for developing a UK-India quantum value chain map. Okay, not so important, but yeah, just try to remember the name of these entities, that's it. So again they will be doing joint research, development and talent mobility across both the countries basically. Just try to remember the names here. Index of 8 core industries, August 2025. So the data is 6.3%. 6.3% for the August month, right? Otherwise, we have already discussed like what things are there in this particular 8 core industries, and these 8 core industries account for almost more than 40% of the weights of IIP, right? So the current data is 6.3% as of now. Then LDB 2.0 launched to enhance the logistics efficiency, support the MSMEs and strengthen the India's global supply chain. Again important. We can see on the PIB as well, the Logistic Data Bank 2.0 to boost the India's digital trade and export competitiveness. So we need to prepare for this as well, right? There will be real-time tracking, there will be visibility real-time tracking, right? Enables tracking of export containers on the high seas as well. Multi-modal shipment visibility. So guys, try to remember just the keywords from this particular news. We don't have to remember each and everything here, right? Now it is developed by NICDC, Logistic Data Center. You can remember this. Please do remember the name of this particular initiative plus the full form of it, right? Don't try to go into too much detail as of now, into the minute details, right? Because we are already having so much of content. Definitely we are already covering each and everything in a detailed manner only, whether in the finance current affairs session or in the MCQ session. But what the problem is, I am seeing with most of the students, they are already too much bombarded by content, right? So try to focus your energy on the major things of the circulars and finance current affairs rather than going into too much detail of each and every news. Bank of Baroda again launches e-Rupee, person to person voucher for digital gifting can be important for phase 1 purpose. So this is e-Rupee P2P digital gifting feature. Let's suppose I want to send a gift to somebody in terms of a cash voucher or bank voucher, e-Rupee voucher. So this is nothing but a prepaid digital voucher, right? So let's suppose if I have sent you a digital e-Rupee voucher of 1000, you can use the voucher and redeem it, right? That's a prepaid digital voucher. I have already paid for that. So it's a gift voucher, a new solution for the e-Rupee here by Bank of Baroda, and I can say Bank of Baroda is leading the pack of PSU groups in the, if I talk about the adoption of technology, right? Most of the times we have seen news that Bank of Baroda and PNB Bank, these two banks are aggressively adopting the new things in the payment system basically, right? The voucher will range from 1 rupee to 10,000 rupee. This is the per voucher limit. It will be completely prepaid. Plus, let's suppose the receiver has not spent the money, right? So the unspent amount will automatically be refunded to the sender again. So let's suppose I sent you 10,000 rupees and you never redeemed it. It will again be automatically refunded to the sender within a reasonable period of time, right? Plus there are no restriction on the number of vouchers here. So that's again an amazing step by Bank of Baroda. Next is CPI for the agriculture and rural labor. So we can have a look at the current data related to the agriculture labor and rural labor here, right? I think we have discussed in the last finance current affairs session as well regarding the previous data. So here is the general inflation and food inflation prediction. However, I'll advise you guys to first focus on the main inflation rate of your September month, right? Which can be very important for your examination, as your exam is scheduled in October. So just try to remember the August and September month data. That will be very important. Next again was a release of your insurance ombudsman report. Health insurer with the highest complaints. Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited is leading the pack with the highest number of complaints here, 13,000 plus complaints, right? And out of those, 10,000 plus complaints directly relate to the partial or complete rejection of the claims, right? Let's suppose Mr. A has applied for a claim in an insurance company and it's been rejected. So these kind of cases, partial and complete rejection cases are 10,000 out of the total complaints of 13,000, right? And obviously Star is the one. It's not like that they're having so many problems, but I can say it is the first preference still in India. That's why they already have so many policy holders. So definitely if we do have a large population, so the problem number will also be increased only, right? The problem number will also be high only. Other top insurers are Care Health Insurer, right? Different are there, but what you need to remember is the Star Health Allied Insurance Company is leading the pack of complaints as of now with 13,000 plus complaints, out of which partial and complete rejection claims are forming the more than majority of it, right? So this is the report for the financial year 2024, which was recently released. So we can see the data as well, complaints per lakh policy holders. So 63 complaints are there per lakh lives that they are serving, right? So Star Health complaint data is quite aggressive, I can say. Health insurance companies complaints have rose significantly, and there is a jump of 21.7% as per the Insurance Ombudsman report. Private sector health insurance are having complaints of 26,000 as compared to only the 5,300 complaints of the public sector insurers. So I can say there are more and more complaints if I talk about the private health insurers as compared to the public health insurers. Okay, there is a close to, I think, 5 times, right? It's almost 5 times. Sir, what does it mean 63 complaints per lakh lives? Okay, देखो इसका मतलब ये होता है, अगर आपके 1 लाख कस्टमर्स हैं तो आपने 1 लाख लाइफ इंश्योर कर रखी है बिकॉज यू आर अ हेल्थ इंश्योरर, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स आपने 1 लाख लोगों की लाइफ को, थोड़ा सा वो भारी वर्ड्स यूज़ कर लिए, मैं थोड़ा सा लाइट कर देता हूँ, 1 लाख लोगों का आपने इंश्योरेंस कर दिया, राइट? 1 लाख पीपल का आपने लोगों का, कस्टमर्स का इंश्योरेंस कर दिया. उसके अंदर से कितने लोगों ने कंप्लेन करी? 63 लोगों ने कंप्लेन करी, राइट? सो ये कैसे निकाला जाता है? आपके टोटल इंश्योरेंस कितने कर रखे हैं, टोटल कस्टमर्स कितने, राइट, डिवाइडेड बाय द नंबर ऑफ कंप्लेंट्स. तो इन लैक्स है, राइट? पर लाख निकाला गया है बेसिकली ये डेटा आपका. सो हर 1 लाख कस्टमर्स पे यू आर गेटिंग 63 कंप्लेंट्स. ऑन एवरी 1 लाख कस्टमर्स यू आर गेटिंग 63 कंप्लेंट्स. सो दैट्स अ काइंड ऑफ डेटा. ये डेटा आपको याद नहीं रखना है ना, डोंट रिमेंबर दिस डेटा. व्हाट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज हु इज लीडिंग द पैक. स्टार हेल्थ with 13,000 complaints, out of which majority is the partial or complete rejection claim. Okay, then you need to know that the trend observation is 21.7% increase is there in the number of complaints. This is the second pointer that you need to remember, right? So the first one here is this particular data that you need to remember. Second one, please don't remember this particular data. Acha, this one you need to remember, 21.7%. Then the number of complaints in private sector is quite higher as compared to the public sector. It's almost 5 times. This is the third thing that you need to remember, right? Okay. So please do remember this one as well. IRDAI has proposed introduction of the Internal Insurance Ombudsman, IIO, Internal Insurance Ombudsman. What is this? For insurers having more than 3 years of operation. So this Internal Ombudsman, what this Internal Ombudsman will do? Will handle claim related grievances up to 50 lakh rupees. So up to 50 lakh rupees. This internal ombudsman, internal insurance ombudsman is going to deal, right? This can be important for your examination. This information can definitely be important for your upcoming examination, where the complaints are partly or wholly rejected or unresolved within 30 days. So this particular internal ombudsman will take care of these kind of complaints. The grievances should be up to 50 lakh rupees. If it is over and above 50 lakh, definitely it will directly go to the insurance ombudsman rather than internal insurance ombudsman. Right? What is the major aim? To address the complaints internally as well, because not all the complaints, I can say, are complex. So that's why internal, adding a layer of security, adding a layer of, I can say, help here will be kind of a good strategy in the reduction of complaint, because we are seeing a very high percentage in the complaint percentage as a whole. 21.7% is quite high, right? Next is SMBC acquires 20% stake in Yes Bank, so it became the largest shareholder. I think we have discussed this news 2 times, in the month of August 1 time and in the month of September again 1 time. So they got the final approval of RBI here, and now they are the Yes Bank's largest shareholder, right? So please do remember this particular headline in itself can be important for your phase 1 examination. And plus they are not classified as the promoter entity as of now. I think we have covered this news as well in the previous finance current affairs session, right? Yes, SBI has sold that, and I think they will be acquiring stake. Yes, SMBC is planning to acquire additional 4.2% stake from this particular group. So they want to increase their holding. They want to increase their holding up to 24.2%. So I can say that Yes Bank is their associate company as of now. They have gained a significant influence. Why? Because they do have 20% or more than 20% stake as of now. And plus, why I am telling you this news is, this is the largest cross-border investment in any Indian private sector bank as of now. Before this event, no such investment was being made in this kind of aggressive manner in an Indian private sector bank. This is the largest cross-border investment. I am talking about the cross-border investment, right? India के अंदर तो बहुत सारे हुए हैं, but this is the largest cross-border investment in a Indian private sector bank. So definitely the fundamentals of Yes Bank can definitely change now, right? Next, I can say that I have taken 2 articles from the Economic Times just for a quick discussion, so won't be wasting your time, right? I know it's a very crucial time. I don't want to go into too much details of each and everything as of now, right? But just a quick overview of these 2 news will be good enough, right? Then you can focus on whatever things you are doing for your phase 1 preparation, right? RBI Governor asked Clearing Corporation of India to think beyond the dollar by rupee pair. Now what the problem here is, in India we are having quite a restrictive forex market, as I can say. So here RBI Governor has requested CCIL, Clearing Corporation of India, to think beyond the dollar by rupee. You can see that in our forex market we are not permitted to trade in most of the currency pairs, right? Because it's a dollar dominated market as of now. So they have recently requested CCIL for expanding the service. Why? Because we are having an objective of rupee internationalization. So they want the Indian rupee into the globally accepted currency. So they want to trade, they want settlement in different currency pairs, not just limited to the USD by INR. So this was an article in the Economic Times. Again, it's related to your forex market, it's related to your RBI, it's related to main important things from your syllabus. That's why I'm taking this article, right? So what they are calling for, they are calling for a product expansion. So they just want a larger suite of offerings rather than just being limited to the dollar, right? And how they can expand, they can add multiple currency pairs in their products rather than just promoting the dollar. Again, it will be a good support for the derivative markets as well, because these pairs are again used in the derivative markets. There are so many OTC contracts, right, being traded on these currencies. So the higher number of pairs, the higher number of derivative contracts will also take place. Now this particular news, I think it's very important. This particular article can be very important. Corporate bond index derivative trading coming soon. As of now, we don't have so many, corporate bond index, that too in the derivative trading side. Now we are having equity, let's suppose Nifty 50, so we can create so many contracts, derivative contracts based on the Nifty 50, like Nifty futures, call options and put options, but we don't have corporate bond index derivative trading as of now. So India's financial market regulators are in the advanced discussions to introduce derivative contracts which is based on the corporate bond index. So this particular derivative, we all know that derivatives are nothing but a financial contracts, right? And the value depends on the underlying asset. So what will be the underlying asset here? Corporate bond index. Corporate bond index will be the underlying asset here, right? Because derivative contracts need an underlying asset and corporate bond index will be the underlying asset. So changes in the corporate bond index will definitely create a change in the derivative contract value as well. So this is for the first time India is introducing such a thing, and definitely our financial market, I can say, is a aggressively developing financial market. So many reforms RBI and SEBI are taking. So it's again a major market reform is what I can say. There will be growth of there is a growth of corporate bond market as well. The size of the outstanding corporate bonds in India from 15 trillion to 53 trillion. So I'm talking about financial year 2015 का data 15 trillion हुआ करता था, and now in 2025 it is $53.6 trillion, which is quite a good amount of growth. I can say it's growing by a CAGR of 12%. Right. So despite of this growth, market liquidity and participation is generally coming from provident funds, mutual funds, insurance companies, FPIs, right? Now, why only these big organizations? Because retailers are not aggressively participating in the bond market. How many of you have purchased a bond? How many of you are purchasing bonds? I think zero. How many of you are purchasing shares? I can say that some of you guys must be buying mutual funds, must be buying shares, but never the corporate bonds, right? So the majority of the investments that are coming in these kind of corporate bonds is coming from the provident fund, mutual funds, and insurance company, and so on. Need for derivative, we need derivatives on the bond index as well. Why? Because depth in the hedging instrument. Now if I want to hedge my exposure, I do have different asset classes, but not corporate bond index. So that's why there is a need. Right? Derivatives on bond indices would allow the investor to hedge the interest rate risk. You can even hedge the interest rate risk. Why? Because interest rate risk directly impacts the spreads of the bonds, if you know, right? So this was from the corporate bond index derivative trading. So again, I can say it's a great initiative. They may give you a MCQ based question as well, plus they can mix this question with a bond market related question from your financial markets chapter, right? Why? Because have a look, this news is touching your derivative aspect there in your syllabus. Corporate bond index, financial markets, bond markets, they're in your syllabus, right? So it's a hot topic, I can say, if I talk about the financial markets or the derivative segment, right? So please do remember this one can be important for your examination, right? That's why I have taken, otherwise there were so many articles, but I have filtered it. Plus there is an extra dose for your homework purpose as well. So what you can do is just download this PDF and have a quick look related to these news as well, right? So don't leave these news because I'm saying that it's an extra dose. It's not an extra dose, it's a homework dose for you guys, right? So just give it a quick reading. So thank you so much for attending the session, guys. See you soon tomorrow with the MCQs on the finance current affairs. Okay, bye bye, take care.